money itself should never be a goal. Yo, what is up, guys? Mao here, back, baby. It's been a few days. Since I made a little YouTube bit. Been a little bit. Been working. You know my situation. I've been working on, getting back out there, doing some money stuff, and exerting some masculine energy out into the universe. I do talk a lot about how things will just happen almost effortlessly, and this is true because things like I have been doing, I've been grinding in a good way, but I don't feel like I'm like, I don't know. I guess that's a good distinction to have, is that like, yes, things happen effortlessly, but you still have to do the work. Obviously, you still have to do the things that are going to get you where you're trying to go. It's just about calmly walking there and not being like, oh my God, this has to work out. If this doesn't work out, my whole life is going to blah, 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 and like placing so much importance on it. It's just, okay, this is where I'm going, and what are the things I got to do? So you do those things every day, right? And sometimes you focus on one thing, sometimes you focus on other things. Like for the past month and a half, I was really focused on my YouTube content, my YouTube channel, and it's been doing great, so I'm super stoked with that. And this month had some financial stuff going down, or losing some clients and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I need to put some pressure on me and get the hell out there. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. I've been grinding, which has been great. It always feels good to grind, but some things take a back seat, kind of like the YouTube stuff. But today I was like, I need to film a YouTube video. And something that me and my roommate were talking about the other day, and we kind of have differing, what's the fucking word, philosophies on this, which is, should you make money your goal, right? So my roommate says, I just want to make $1 million or like $5 million a month as fast as possible. I don't care what business I'm in. It doesn't matter what business I make, because when I get there, I can just put that money into real estate, and then I can just have passive income and not ever have to worry about money ever again, and just do what things I want to do, which is work out, train, go hiking, explore, hang out with your friends, family, etc. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. It's like, well, like, what if what you're working on is like, like a sketchy business, or like something like something you just don't even like you're just not even passionate about at all, right? So in this instance, money is the goal, right? Only money. And it's like, sacrifice everything right now and just grind to get there as fast as possible. It's like, okay, that's one direction, right? The other philosophy is that you work on things and you follow your curiosities, and you do things that you're actually excited about, right? Maybe it takes you a little bit longer, and maybe you don't make as much money. Instead of making $5 million a month, you make $1 million a month. But you're working on something you genuinely fucking enjoy and are excited about, right? And that sounds great, right? But then, like, the devil's advocate to that, which my friend Jason, my roommate, was saying, was that, like, well, like, how are you supposed to know what that is? Like, what the thing that you're so passionate about is right now? He's like, I don't know what that is. That's like your life purpose. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I don't really know what that is for me either, right? So it's like, what do? Do you do whatever it takes to just make the money as fast as possible, and like not even care if you hate what you're working on for the next few years, if that means that you're gonna have all the money in 3 years or 5 years that you could ever need, and just absolutely sacrifice every part of your life, your enjoyment. Like, he was even saying, if you had to go clean sewers in Saudi Arabia for like a year, but then you would be guaranteed $5 million, like, would you do that? His answer was yes. I was like, fuck no, it sounds horrible. Like, I don't want to sacrifice my life, what I'm doing, the things that I like to do, just for money, you know? But he has a point. It's like, how do you know what this thing that's you're passionate about, that you're supposed to work on? Like, most people don't figure this out. And also, you almost kind of need money to figure that out, which is fucking true. So what's the balance? What's the solution? Because you also can't just say, oh, I'm just not going to worry about money at all and just do whatever, like, and not do the things, like, not have a goal, right? Of like making a certain amount of money and like how you want your life to look. Because then you'll just be fucking homeless, right? Like that extreme. Or you'll just be like a surfer on the beach that just gives surfing lessons and he's happy doing that, but he's always broke, right? Like, he has enough money for what he needs and that's it. So if you do want a lot of money, but you don't want to sacrifice and do things that you don't want to do, like, where's the balance, right? So like, what is the goal? Well, here's the thing. I was reading Reality Transurfing, and in that book, it says that money should never be a goal, right? Because even once you get it, like, once you achieve that goal, you're basically saying that, like, once you get to this goal, you will be happy, right? Like, once you get this money, you will be happy and everything will be good. Like, you'll be fine. Like, you're basically putting happiness and the feeling of whatever money is going to get you, which it's like, okay, well, why do you want the money? Well, I want to be free. I want to be happy. I want to, you know, spend time with people I love. So, you know, you're basically saying that the money's going to get you love. It's going to get you freedom. It's going to get you peace. You know what I mean? So you're prolonging, you're delaying when you're allowing yourself to feel these things. But these are all feelings, and these are things you can choose to feel now, right? So the thing is, and you've probably heard this many times before, like, it's all about the journey, right? If you say, I'm just going to sacrifice, I don't care what I'm doing, I don't care if what I'm doing is exciting to me or not right now, but once I get the money, I'll be happy, so I'm just not going to be happy now. Like, you'll actually never be happy, even once you do get it, right? This is the same way that corporations will keep you working for 40 years, promising you this retirement, saying that, yes, if you work for 40 years and you sacrifice your time now and you do all this shit, in 40 years you'll be able to retire and you'll be happy and that's it, you'll be happy, right? And they keep people hooked into this system because money, that is the goal for them, right? Like, oh, I'll have enough money by the time I retire and I'll be happy with my 401k, like, blah, blah, blah. But as I just said, you're putting happiness at the end of a goal, at the end of getting X amount of money. And it's just not going to happen. It's not going to come. It's like saying, like, I'm going to work super hard till I get this raise and then I'll be happy, or this promotion, or till I start, or till this business that I don't care about is finally taking off and I just have all the money that I could ever need. Like, then I'll be happy. It's like, no, like, you actually won't. The thing that makes you happy is working on things, is working on the goal that your heart wants, right? Where your heart and your mind are aligned. And this goes back to, like, well, how do you know what that is? Because maybe what you want or what your heart wants isn't something that's going to make you a lot of money right now, right? But I think it's all about, like, that's like very macro when you're thinking about what is this one thing that's going to make me money and bring me fulfillment in the moment, and it's like the thing I'm passionate about and it's going to change the world, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're thinking too big, right? I really think it's about bringing it down to the present and just like, what is exciting to me right now? But then this is where it's subjective, right? This is different for everybody. And this is why you just have to follow your heart at the end of the day. It's like, what is exciting for me right now? What is fun? What is cool? Like, what feels good to me? And do that, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be the thing that you're so passionate about, but it's just a thing that, you know, you genuinely find fun and fulfillment and joy, like just working on it right now. And I think that's what it really comes down to, is it's obviously like a mix of both, right? Because you can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna do things that I genuinely like to do, but those things are not gonna make you any money. And then you can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna do these things that I literally hate, but for money, because then you'll just never be happy. So you have to find the balance of doing things you genuinely are curious and interested in, and things that you know, following your curiosities and learning new things that are ultimately gonna not make you money, but money will just be the byproduct of what you're doing, right? So yeah, it's a complicated topic, it's a complicated subject. It's not like a black and white definition, right? Because then there's also the extremes of people just following their heart and doing the things that they genuinely want to do, that they're so passionate about, and they just do it long enough until it actually works out. And that's just the way life works. That's how reality works, is when you work on something you're passionate about, that your heart wants to do, and you align your mind with your heart, right? Like, things will work out. So I think the biggest thing to take away from this is that money itself should never be a goal, to the point where you aren't happy with what you're doing now because you think that happiness will come once you get the money. Okay? It's okay if you're like, yeah, I want a lot of money. Of course, I want a lot of money. Like, you should want a lot of money, because money, you need it to live a good life, to care for your family, for the people you love, to do the things that you genuinely want to do, to help people. You need it. So you should want a lot of money. But if you make only that the goal, then you're sacrificing your happiness in the moment, and then you'll never actually get it. So it's just finding that balance of doing things that you genuinely enjoy, following your curiosities right now, and just putting one foot in front of the other and walking towards the direction of your goal, like whatever that is. And the money will come. The money will come. The money will find its way to you once you do that. Steve Jobs said it. It was just like his number one principle is just follow your heart. Follow your heart. It sounds woo-woo, but it's like, it's just true. Like, when you follow your heart and you do the things that you genuinely are excited about and want to do, like, everything else will fall into place. The money, the success, all of that. But you have to let yourself be guided. You have to have an internal compass telling you, this feels right, this feels wrong, this feels exciting. And you have to be able to listen to that. If you ignore that internal compass, then you might start working towards the wrong goal, thinking that one day you'll be happy once you achieve it, but you actually won't. And how do I know this? Because I've watched documentaries, I've read books about people who have done this, I've seen videos, and it's like, they work because they want to get the money, but then once they get it, they realize that, like, they just wasted all this time because they weren't even working on something they genuinely enjoyed, right? Like, fulfillment and joy and happiness really just comes from the day-to-day enjoyment of what you're doing and working on the right goal, and the money and everything else will come. So my belief is that money itself should never be the goal, okay? The goal should be to feel what that money will get you. Like, the feelings that money will get you is to feel that now, and to feel that in everything you do, and to make every day feel exciting, and you're working on the things you genuinely want to do. So every day doesn't feel like work. You're just having a good time every day because you're working on the things you want to do. You're spending time with the people you love. You're doing things for your health, like working out, going to the beach, like whatever. You have all these things ingrained into your everyday, so your days don't feel like hell, like miserable. Obviously, there's seasons where you have to work harder, and then you have other seasons where you can probably use more time to enjoy life and stuff. But that's just what it is, and you're working on stuff you enjoy, so it doesn't feel like work, and the money will just come, right? If you genuinely want a lot of money, if you genuinely need a lot of money to support and to take care and to live the life you want, then it will come by you following your heart and doing the things that genuinely feel right to you. And you can't let other people's ideas and beliefs and feelings dictate yours, right? You have to be sure about what it is you want and just do that. Everybody has different philosophies, everybody has different beliefs, and that's totally cool. That's totally cool. So my philosophy, and something I do feel strongly about, and I think is important, is that money should never be the goal. Doesn't mean you don't want money. Doesn't mean you don't want a lot of money. Money's fucking great. But that should never be the goal, because you will never actually be happy. The goal is to be happy. And I mean, happiness is also a rocky subject. You can't always be happy every single day, but it's more so just being fulfilled and finding joy in the things you're working on every single day and following your heart. Following your heart. That's literally the number one thing and the most important thing that you can do. And everything else will come. The money will come, the love will come, the success will come, because you already have it in you. You're already creating from that place. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some direction. And yeah, man, get to it, get to work, follow your heart, put one foot in front of the other, know what you're working towards, and everything will fall into place. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, baby. All right, that's it. Gotta get back to work. So hope you enjoyed this, and much love.